outside of the public sector. So we need to be in a better position that that the public sector can be a more intelligent customer and can do more in-house. And as part of that, it's also important to recognise which even existing European legislation allows you to do is the social value associated with contracts, particularly when they are, when they're fulfilled locally, and you can put in tests around local business use, around apprenticeships, etc. So we have a very different approach on this government, which tends to be, private sector right, public sector wrong, and let the market decide. We think we need to support capacity within the public sector, as well as to support the recognition of local of real value. So that's for Capita. Okay. Does that answer the question?
It's useful stuff.
All right, on the left, you know what? I mean, that's a really good question. We discussed, so Bill and I and the team a number of times. You know what? We're not going to come into power and as the Tories did, actually destroy all the existing institutions. I agree that the left, they have their areas are all different and they have different qualities and they have different strengths and they have different, but we can't, we're not going to come in and destroy everything that's there because of possibly because of the time of redeveloping institutions. So we are looking at supporting and making them more accountable, locally accountable, truly accountable to local businesses as well as to local people in a way which they are now, and improving capacity. And that is part of our devolution, so dealing approach. And Andrew being our shadow housing and local communities secretary, is part of the local elections set out, much more about how we're going to supporting local economies and giving them local decisions to be made. And remember, the National Investment Bank will enable local support, local investment to take place much better now, supporting local regional strengths and recognising weaknesses.
I got it from some people in this room actually, but many more people from business organisations across the country. Because what we got in was common sense about what it needed, about a complete overhaul of the business rate system, which is an absolute disaster for very many smaller firms. It makes competition with online retailers, with out-of-town shopping centres very difficult in retail. It makes life very difficult in manufacturing, where businesses have to pay rates on plant and machinery as well as on their premises. German manufacturing pays a tenth in the equivalent tax to what our manufacturers do with business rates. Incidentally, double rating applies in retail too. You pay double rates on a cash machine, on an air conditioning unit, and on very sunny hotels. What else you have to pay more for? It's an arcane and obsolete tax, and yet it is something that is relied on very heavily. It is a fixed cost of doing business instead of the more sensible route of businesses paying their fair share of taxes, which we all agree with. Once we've made money, once we're in a position to pay it. I ran a business for 15 years, but I didn't have premises for a lot of that time, so I didn't have to worry about business rates. But when I did have premises, so I didn't know about business rates and saw just how much of a cost it was. But look, I think we are in a very good place as a party because, I've said this to John a number of times. I think John is now got the business community curious, and in some cases he's winning them over. Because we are talking about common sense policies. We are talking about addressing the needs of the business community, and particularly the SME community, although there are actually many people in larger firms who understand these things too. And we want to encourage those who want to do the right thing, who want to have a series of system of fair markets, not just free markets.
Firstly, infrastructure. It is important that we have the right infrastructure. It's not only roads. Frankly, I do not know why you're spending this money on high-speed rail, because it's billions and billions of dollars which can be spent on improving our current rail system or road system or even developing our ports. So I don't know what Labour government can do, but we need to revisit that, and also linking up some of the big industrial cities in the north to the various ports and also the airports itself. We've got to really have an infrastructure strategy, infrastructure plan, and it cannot be 5 years, it cannot be 10 years, it got to be longer than that, because you can't build massive projects in 5 years or electoral cycles. And this is something wrong in this country, because everything is short-termism, no long-term planning. So we need to look at that. Skills education. Look, one of the other hats I wear is I'm chair of the Council for Education and Commonwealth, and I'm glad you brought up a point about Open University, because we're working with the Association of Commonwealth University to put pressure on obviously Open University itself. Look, the youth bulge is going to impact all of us. Politicians and educationalists and academics are still burying their heads in the sand. In the next 20 years, 20 million people will lose their jobs in this country. And these are not unskilled jobs. These are middle-class professional jobs ranging from accounting, law, architect, even medicine. In Cambridge University, they're developing some form of robotic that can actually, I wouldn't say replace a GP, but actually can help us sort of diagnose what's wrong with a patient. Even blood testing now. You don't need a nurse to take blood from you. It can be done robotic. So all these jobs will be taken away. We can't stop robotics and artificial intelligence. We've got to look at the skills required for the jobs of tomorrow. What they are, I do not know. But this is where businesses, universities have to work together. Vice Chancellor should come down the ivory tower and start talking to local business.
Devastate Camden for years,
Yeah.
and by the time it's built, it'll just suck everything out of the north, rather than working the other way around. That money could be far better spent, for example, on linking
yeah.
across the payment.
Well, we definitely need the east to west. Sorry, I should say the west to east.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
it would be
exactly.
Get it the right way around. But
Correct.
if we're going to have the north-south one, you should only do it if you're getting the interconnectivity.
And can I say something about public procurement?
HS2,
Yeah.
I know that we've got people from the north here, but HS2 can only work if you have Crossrail 2, because otherwise you end up at Euston and you've got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with just an electrification from Manchester, that would be helpful.
So, and just a point about public procurement. If Labour ever gets in, you guys got to really either close down or restructure the Crown Commercial Service. It's so, not fit for purpose. It's a revolving door. A captor, circle, you name it, they're all going round and round in circles. And if you're a small business trying to get a £10,000 contract, you got to complete 80 pages of form. You're crazy. Get rid of it. Sorry.
Okay.
So, as someone with HS2 as well, the Crown Commercial Service, I won't say too much because this is awfully niche. Get rid of it, you're right. I mean, even inside government, it is deeply unpopular. And one of the reasons why it's deeply unpopular is because it was a power grab by Francis Moore when he was Minister for the Cabinet Office, and it was almost entirely politically driven, including by a number of people who he brought in from the Conservative Party to work, not as SMEs, they weren't SMEs, they were given roles in the Cabinet Office without competition. And there was a kind of ideological thing about it, but the sort of technical skills of government procurement professionals were undervalued by a minister and a number of almost pseudo-spats who all thought they knew better. And frankly, they've made a complete mess of it, as they've done to a number of other institutions inside the civil service. But yeah, government procurement and local authority procurement is a tool which can be used to the benefit of small businesses and local communities.
Sure.
And on the simplification issue, that can be done, but one of the things you need to be able to do, if you do that, is to say to commissioners and civil servants and senior council officers, you have some political backing to take some risks. I heard Francis Moore go on again and again and again about we need to take more risk in government procurement. But the first time someone takes a risk that goes wrong, a number of my colleagues were suspended when the West Coast Main Line rail franchise contract went wrong. They were suspended overnight. And it didn't show to me that ministers were prepared to back people. I mean, I think some bad decisions were taken, but you do need to back officers and civil servants who are prepared to take risks. If you don't do that, they won't simplify it. They will make sure they cover every base. They would tick every last box and comma to make sure that they've got everything sewn up so completely that it is immensely bureaucratic.
I looked at procurement a couple of years ago, and 11% of the direct procurement goes to SMEs, went to SMEs in this country, and it was 25% in the United States.